Right now, the Navajo Nation is under a mandatory curfew as tribal leaders there try to stop the spread of COVID-19.
Tonight, Navajo Nation President Jonathan Nez is under quarantine. Fox 13's John Franke shares what's being done to protect that community.
As of Friday night, the Navajo Nation reported just under 600 cases of coronavirus, 10 of those in San Juan County, Utah. That number is troubling to tribal leaders who themselves are under a quarantine.
Kind of had to quarantine myself on the other end of the house here, put some plastics just to be on the safe side.
That's Navajo Nation President Jonathan Nez describing the steps he's taking to protect his family after he was exposed to COVID-19 during a visit with first responders.
I'm counting these days because I want to get back out there and help those frontline people.
COVID-19 is having a big impact on the Navajo Nation, with 597 confirmed cases on tribal land in Utah, New Mexico, and Arizona.
We're just not going to just do nothing. We're not going to just complain and complain. We're going to utilize what we have and find creative ways to flatten this curve.
One of those ways is a 57-hour curfew that began at 8 o'clock Friday night and will last until 5 a.m. Monday.
It's a full lockdown, if you want to call it that. You know, we're going to have roadblocks, we're going to have checkpoints.
Nez understands this measure is extreme and will be an inconvenience for some this holiday weekend.
I'm sure a lot of families are wanting to reconnect, not this weekend.
But Nez believes the curfew will save lives. Earlier in the week, he met with FEMA, the Army Corps of Engineers, and the National Guard to plan makeshift medical facilities should the outbreak worsen.
We were looking at gyms. We were looking at other public facilities there to transition into those types of units.
Nez says he's praying it doesn't come to that.
What we want to do there is to make everybody aware that the safest place to be is at home.
He's encouraged by the response from his community, making the effort to stay safe.
I don't hear one vehicle driving around out there. That's the only way to stop the spread of coronavirus here on the Navajo Nation.
Both Nez and the Navajo Nation vice president are under a quarantine. We want to be clear, though, they did not test positive for the virus. They're just doing this as a precautionary measure. The Navajo Nation expects to hit its coronavirus peak sometime in mid-May. In Salt Lake City, John Franke, Fox 13 News, Utah.